We live? Hello? Hello?
I believe we are in fact live.
We are in fact live. We're doing it live. Hi everybody.
Hooray.
Hey Alex, you have a beer?
Have a beer.
I'll have a brew today.
Dink.
Salute. We still need to find that Gus and brew.
Well, tell you what, if you ever make a run up to Canada,
Alrighty.
we'll put you on it.
So, I saved something special for you, Alex.
Oh, did you know?
Everybody likes a good peel video, right?
Do they?
You ready for this? Are you watching the screen?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what these are?
Wait, which screen am I watching? Oh, I'm watching on stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, those are the corners. Hot damn.
You ready?
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
It's your first little tease. Oh, let's see if I can get this off without covering it all.
Mmm. Just the tip
Oh,
there?
oh no. I ruins it, precious. Here. Oh wow, that came out nice.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Little error right there I'll have to fix. But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, a couple little spots are easy to do.
Yeah.
It's if you tried to paint every single hazard mark, you would lose your mind.
Well, I just about lost my mind
Up in here,
up in
up in
here.
here.
Yeah, that one came out perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. Just about lost my mind with just the the masking of it. It was oddly meditative, but then after a while, it just became like, ugh. All right, let's see if I can get this peel better.
You know that I masked the cockpits for the Archaeopters, right?
Yeah.
That was an exercise in patience.
Oh, it's working. You ready? Perfect. Oh, this is so satisfying. Yeah, you masked those off because you couldn't just glue them in later, huh?
Well, no, so because they have little like
Clear
metal
plastic.
bits. It's a bunch of like little. So it's all one big clear plastic piece, but they've got the little like metal bars
Uh huh.
molded into them. So I totally masked it and then used the blade to cut out the individual like panels or
Oh, I see.
like cut out where the panels are and then peeled it off of the piping and then
Mm-hmm.
primed it in lead belcher.
Oh, I see. I see. It sounds like a wet fart whenever you use that thing. I don't know. I don't know if it comes across on the stream, but I could definitely hear it. And every time you use that paint mixer, it sounds like a soggy fart. Just so you know.
I mean, who doesn't like a good fart?
There was a hilarious there's a hilarious story. It's a poop story from I think This American Life it was on. You know what I should do? I should glue these first. No, that's fine. I'm gonna keep with my peeling because I'm really enjoying this. Um my dog is in my lap and my dog cannot get comfy. Oh yes, you're grumpy. Yeah. Is that better, sir? There. Enjoy. Um it was on This American Life, and apparently the way they had to proctor standardized exams during the pandemic is they would have someone just stare at you the whole time.
Oh God,
Yeah.
because it was virtual.
Yeah. So you were paired one on one with a proctor. And it was this poor woman who was just trying to get into grad school and had to take her GRE. And the way that it went was you would have to give the proctor a complete tour and show them anything they asked to see. right? They're probably recording it on their end too, just for liability reasons, so that way they don't get slammed for like snooping and creeping on you, right?
Yeah.
But the um so like show you under your desk and the drawers, everything. And you have to stay within full view of the proctor during your whole exam. So this woman starts taking her GRE. And it's going fine, and then she starts to feel like she really has to take a dump. Like serious dump. And she's like, "Oh no. Oh no, this is bad." Oh, she looks at it, it's like, "Well, I got a break coming up in the test. I could probably go then." And then when the break comes up, turns out it's only a 1 minute break. And she's like, "Oh shit, that's not enough time." And then she finds out, as a proctor's saying it, that you're only allowed to, you're only allowed, um, you're only allowed to stay in the space. You can't leave. She's like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no." So she's panicking. She's panicking. Her insides are in utter turmoil. And then she makes a decision, and then she kind of half squats off the side of her chair and just takes a dump on the ground. Like
Oh
out of
God.
view, she kind of shimmies to the edge of her chair and just takes a dump. She's like, "Oh, okay, I feel better. That's a weird thing I had to put myself through, but I feel better. Okay, good." So she takes the next segment of the test, and then she has a 10-minute break that comes up, and that 10-minute break, she's allowed to leave the room. And she's like, "Oh, thank God. I can go, kind of clean myself up, all that kind of stuff." And then as a proctor is announcing what the terms of the break are going to be, the proctor is also saying, reading off their cues, that they have to have another full tour of the room again before the test commences. And she's in there thinking, "Oh no, there's a huge dookie on the ground. And I have to show it to them and explain it if they ask." So she panics, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." So then she like commando crawls back into the room during the break with a bunch of cleaning supplies to clean up the dookie from the ground. And
Poor
then,
woman.
yeah, oh, it gets worse. So then she gets through the rest of the test, does a tour, everything's fine, and she's like, "Oh, I got away with it. Thank goodness, I got away with it." So then long story short, she passes Jerry. She gets into grad school, so it has a happy ending. Um, the sorry, I'm just laughing, anticipating the end. So she's telling her friends later. They're having like a Zoom meetup, and they're just kind of sharing. And she decides to share her experience with them and what she did. And they're all laughing. They're busting out. It's a hilarious story. And then one of her friends just stays completely quiet. And then like after like all the laughter dies down, she says, the grad student, she didn't want to disclose her name, so we'll call her Mary. She's like, "Mary, has that mirror been in your room this entire time? Was it there during she has a full wall mirror right behind her." And she's like, "Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, yes." And then she starts squatting down on the side of her chair like she did when she had to take the dump at the test. Like, "Can you see me?" It's like, "Yeah, Mary, we can see everything."
Oh no.
Oh no is right. Poor thing. And I don't know what the terms are with like the proctor, if like you see their face staring at you. I assume not, because as a proctor, I would not have been able to keep a straight face. I've been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna allow a special recess. Just go poop, lady. Just go poop." Why did I start telling that story?
Because we said there is nothing funnier than a fart.
Oh yes, yes.
Except for kids falling off bikes.
Could watch kids falling off bikes all day.
Yep.
If the two people that are hanging out with us have not seen Letterkenny, we sound completely sociopathic.
Yep.
So what are you working on, bud?
Power swords.
Dun, dun, dun. How you doing them?
I'm doing the same thing that the Rust Stalkers, the 3 like progressively lighter metallics.
Okay.
And then
Are you giving them a blue? Are you giving them a blue? Blah. Are you giving them a blue hue at all?
Yeah, so I'm doing the 3. That's like the undercoat, and then
Okay.
doing the blue contrast over.
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Which blue do you choose for your contrast over?
Well, this is going to be the first attempt with this one. I did Aethermatic for
Mm-hmm. I find that
the
one's too
Rust.
light.
Well, that was for the Rust Stalkers because the
Okay.
transonic blades are like their own thing.
Okay.
This one's going to be the same one I did with the whales. Whichever one that is. Is it Ultramarines? I can't. It's not immediately
Thalassar.
apparent.
Thalassar blue is the one that I use a lot. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
that's
an
the
ultramarine.
one.
I think
Yeah.
ultramarine blue is the base color paint.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's the Thalassar is the one I have.
Cool.
Turns out that blending metallics is kind of hard.
Yeah,
Who
they
knew?
dry pretty quickly and they're not as smooth as you'd like them to be.
I'm
What
just kind of
metallics
like.
are you trying to blend?
Say what?
What metallics are you trying to blend?
It's some Reaper ones.
Or just like kind of what tones?
I'll show you. Ooh, is that on camera?
Kind of. Shadowed steel, filigree silver. I can.
Polished silver, honed steel, and shadowed steel.
Okay. I gotta get you one of those Vallejo metal color air. I almost called it an
Yeah,
air
those would
gun.
be fun to play with.
Yeah, it's like contrast but metallic. I almost had.
Anything that lets me skip steps, I'm a fan of.
It's got great coverage, and I especially like it for the bases. I'm not a huge fan of doing basing just because I don't like that step. It's just simple as that. But I found these are gonna look real nice. I found that I really do enjoy the Necromunda ones. As you know, you've given me a lot of those, but I hate painting them. And then I got this model air stuff or metal color, which is it's not
Wait, why
air
did you
gun.
hate
What?
painting them? You just
Huh?
paint them a flat color.
Well, yeah, but even getting like lead belcher into that and all the nooks and crannies, it's not easy.
Well, that's
But
your problem, is you paint the nooks and crannies that the wash is going to flow into anyway.
I'll let the wash flow through you. Ooh, look at that. Came out nice and crisp. Oops.
Wait, no, I still got some right there.
The wrong way. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine, Captain. Yeah, I peeled one of these yesterday while I was doing this whole process, and I was like, "Oh, that is so satisfying to see." I'm just gonna wait and do this all tomorrow instead of doing the assembly tomorrow on stream.
Nice.
It like it felt like peeling the uh, the screen protector off of a new electronic, but better. Yeah, exactly. Like what Green Mountain Vince is saying. It's oddly satisfying. Like even going through and doing the masking, like I was just digging it. After a while, it got a little tedious, but like as I was doing, I was like, oh man, that's oof.
It's probably the primate thing.
The primate thing? What do you mean?
Like the
Just a
well,
simple.
my theory that why like human beings are like popping pimples and shit is because we're primates that, at some point in time picked bugs off of each other.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And so I bet this is just an extension of that,
Mm-hmm.
bringing bringing balance to the peel.
It's also very satisfying to see these crisp lines. It was really easy to do the masking because there's a very, very subtle like burn in that he did with his laser for the hazard stripe pattern. And he recommended that I use Tamiya's masking tape because it's very sticky, very tacky, but not too tacky to the point that it's going to take your paint off because it's intended to be over painted surfaces on models with this specific kind of paint, you know? And in addition to that, it's semi-opaque, so you can still see what's under there. It's not like blue painter's tape, which is like
Right,
very,
yeah.
very. So
That's
you're
the
able
yellow one, right?
the yellow one, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I used.
The Tamiya stuff,
Mm-hmm.
nice, nice. Yeah, I made it really easy to see what I was scoring under it before I started to peel it away. It was a little strange initially trying to God, I gotta move my dog again. You want to say hi to the internet? Hi, internet. You gonna go on the ground now? Bye bye. Bye, bud. You want to go outside? You want to leave here? Or you gonna hang out? What do you want to do? He wants to play. Give me 40 minutes, friend. 40 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna let my dog out of this room. No, we're not playing.
Lucky is such a needy boy.
We're not playing in a bit. I'm sorry, Kyle. I'm sorry. Here, go. Go.
So did you just trick him into thinking you were playing with him and then shut the door on him?
No, I told him. You heard me. I told him we're not playing.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but your
He
dog
knows
doesn't
English.
understand English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a poodle. We found him. My wife and I found him left for dead in a park. Took him to the vet. He wasn't chipped. Vet took him in. They had to do surgery on him. All this crazy stuff. It seemed like he was attacked by either a wolf or a big dog, something like that. We don't know. No one responded to any of the lost dog signs. So after about a couple of weeks, we're like, all right, well, I guess we're just going to pay his registration and keep the little guy. It's funny because both my wife and I volunteered at a no-kill shelter for pit bulls. And we both, once we were going to get to a place where we had the space for a dog, we were both planning on getting a pitty. And our dog, Lucky, is very much the opposite in aesthetics to a pit bull. He's such a different little guy. But we joke that he's got a personality about 10 times his size. He thinks he's a big dog, which is why we think he actually survived whatever attacked him, because he probably just acted big, and the other thing's like, uh-oh. What's going on with this little guy? I don't know.
Got one chomp in, and then I was like, oh, whoops.
Oh, I pissed it off. I'm out of here. Had to check to make sure he wasn't just peeking at me through the crack in the door. I feel bad. He's gonna get so many pets and plays after the stream's done.
Interesting. The shades of metal do not shine through the Palisar nearly as much as they do the Aethermatic, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little bit more opaque.
Mm-hmm.
I found it was pretty hard with the Aethermatic to actually get any blue color. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No?
Like it seemed like way too thin.
Oh, Aethermatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Aethermatic seemed way too thin because my initial hunch was to do Aethermatic. Same when I did like my Mecrons, and I
Mhm.
had the Lich Guard and the Lich Guard proxies that I was doing, and
Yeah,
I
it's
had
definitely
the
not a dark blue.
well. So for the green, I was going to use the warp fire green or warp flame warp flame green, and it's was much like the Aethermatic blue, which is way too thin, and I could barely even see it. But what I ended up doing, and maybe you can consider this, is I blended. I used Aethermatic and Thalassar, and I did a little bit of a wet blend using
A
those
little
two
bit of both.
contrasts.
Or oh, gotcha.
Yeah. No, oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
not one in one part, but a little bit of both.
We'll see how they look when they dry.
Yeah. Green Mountain Biz said he had a 7-pound toy poodle that would go after 100-pound dogs.
I'm a big dog. Woof woof woof.
Yeah, yeah. With my dog Lucky, he I don't think he has a mean bone in his body. He'll see anything: cat, squirrel, lizard, big dog, and he'll just start whimpering and crying because he wants to go say hi. Actually, no, he does have a
Yeah, because
mean
he wants
bone.
to go mess it up.
No, no. But there was a dog that he did not know what this dog's plan was. It was an off leash dog in a park, and it came kind of prancing towards us. It probably wanted to play, but Lucky was not having it, and he went full backwoods on this thing. He's got some busted teeth from his previous life, so whenever he snarls, he just looks straight Appalachian. So I got my red paint, spray paint, in the mail today, and white comes tomorrow. So pretty soon, I'll have
Wait,
all
you
this
mail
done.
ordered spray paint?
Huh?
You mail ordered spray paint?
Well, the recommendation that Dakota had was to use the army painter stuff because
Mm.
it lays down super super smooth. I mean, look at this. It's almost as if I airbrush this, you know? Especially the yellow. And then his other point was you're probably not going to want to varnish all this stuff. And if you're not going to varnish it, if you get a really nasty chip on one of them, you're probably going to want to touch up paint it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And doing that with Army Painter's own stuff is a lot easier, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So time to start gluing stuff together. I did all of my stuff here. Okay. Start gluing this stuff together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my plan is to have all this stuff done by the weekend
Nice.
and have a full LVO set. I was thinking of weathering all of this stuff, right? I was considering it. But I kind of like the sterile look of it all, where it's almost as if it's like a laser tag arena.
Yeah.
I kind of dig that.
Fresh off the transport.
Yeah. And I forget who he is. I forget who's doing it, but one of the active members on the Kill Team University Discord, he's doing his commandos with almost like a Nerf gun aesthetic, and it looks
That's
really
fun.
good. I really enjoy it. And I was thinking about that today as I was contemplating whether I was going to weather these or not. That it would look really killer with that Nerf aesthetic. Can you hear those dogs?
Nope.
Really?
The girls next door going nuts?
Yeah. We got a bear in the neighborhood though, so I hope it's not.
Really?
Oh yeah. Um, last
It's not really surprising.
I mean we're close to the foothills, but last Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it was Tuesday. We went to throw out the doggy bag from Lucky's morning walk, and the trash cans were both on their sides and just like trash all over the place. And we thought it was just raccoons, and we're like, okay, I mean, it's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that same day, yeah, it was Tuesday. That same day at work, one of the staff at work was saying, "Oh, you were out on vacation last week. I meant to tell you." Because the staff lives close to where I live. And it's like, I was meaning to tell you, one of my neighbors said they saw a bear on your street, just walking up and down the street like they owned the place. It's like, oh damn, that's good to know. And that was the same day that we saw that, so I was like, oh wow, maybe it was a bear. And I told my wife. She said, no, it wasn't a bear. Okay, wasn't a bear.
Did you check the doorbell?
So, yeah, that was my initial thought. Hang on. I think I might have gotten lucky with all the rest of these. Huh. There is an exact way to put these. And if you don't put it the exact way, damn. They don't perfectly line up. I had a 50-50 chance. And on 3 of these, I nailed it. On the 4th, I did not. So now I have to respray one side of this. Damn. I'll build everything else and I'll just spray that later. I don't want to have to mess the top off. Damn. You know, he does warn, dry fit everything before you glue. I didn't think that the thing that looks nearly symmetrical would be not so much on the other side. Ugh, that might look ugly. Oh well, we'll deal. This will be your side of the board, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
You have to look at this terrain.
I guarantee you I would never notice.
I don't know, you can kind of see that, huh? Where the glue spots were. Yeah, it's noticeable enough. Yeah, I'll just I'll sand it just a little bit and then respray it with the metallic spray. It'll be fine. No. It's not like anyone's watching this.
Well, I mean, we are advertising YouTube streaming, not our OnlyFans channel. So
We have an
Market.
OnlyFans channel?
We do.
We do?
Did I not tell you that? Whoops.
Am I already on it?
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm working on Power Sword Infiltrator. Princeps.
Oh yeah? So my wife really likes the show Gilmore Girls. She's watched through a good chunk of that show multiple times. And I'll occasionally just be on Reddit or watching stuff on YouTube, just doing my own thing in the living room, and I'll just be passively watching it with her. And there was an episode where someone asked for super glue, and someone said, "Yeah, here you go," and handed them this exact brand of super glue. The Satellite City Inc. Super Tea Hot Stuff.
Really?
This exact bottle. And I paused the show. I took the remote from her. I paused it. And I went back and I rewound and I went and got the glue just to make sure it was the same exact one. And lo and behold, it was the same exact glue. It's like, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like this weird esoteric hobby glue. This was the super glue that they had on the set that they used as a prop.
I mean, it's really good glue. I wouldn't be surprised if they had it like on
If they
set
use
to
it.
actually use in case of emergencies.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like that just kind of like, it must be just like someone who knows that this is a good glue. There you go. Here's a barricade, bud.
Nice. Easy peasy.
I think I'll do a couple blebs tacking down here. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Okay, I can't build that other one anymore. Boo. I can at least build the frame on the bottom. That's a hard part. Strategic Advantage was OnlyFans recommendation from Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's all right.
I gotta pluck you off. Do I have users here? Nope. There we go.
Green Mountain Vince suggests that the Satellite City glue was a paid product placement in Gilmore Girls. I don't want to live in the world where a weird hobby esoteric glue outbids Coca-Cola for product placement in a...
I mean...
Or do I?
I think you kind of do.
I think I kind of do, actually. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah. I like this I like this world that you're constructing, my friend.
God, I like this alpha. He makes me happy.
I wish I could see him, pal.
Eh? Can you not see him?
Oh, that's when you showed me. He's got like the almost rogue tradery kind of saber. Is that a rogue trader saber? Did you steal that from
Stole it from the Cerberus. Kind of hacked it a little bit to
the
make
Cerberus
it work.
Academy?
Huh?
What is
the
it?
What?
Cerberus Academy? No, that's not what I'm referencing. What am I thinking?
Umbrella Academy?
There's Umbrella Academy, but Cerberus for Mass Effect. What is it called? The Cerberus something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, right?
You and I love those games. How are we?
Yeah.
How are we blanking on this?
Help us, chat,
Well,
please.
it was just Cerberus, wasn't it? It wasn't anything Cerberus anything. It was just Cerberus was
Is
the
that why? Is that
organization.
why I can't figure it out? Because it was just
I think
Cerberus.
so.
Hmm. The remaster trilogy came out. I haven't played it yet. Have you?
Buddy, you know the answer to that.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I have not played a video game in at least 6 months.
You know, I was coming to like the same realization. Well, no, that's a bold-faced lie.
Yep.
That's a bold-faced lie. I put in like hundreds of hours into Monster Hunter Rise recently. And then what else did I play recently? I played some Animal Crossing with my niece. That kind of counts. It's kind of just like, I don't know, virtual babysitting, I guess. But there's another game. Oh, Skyward Sword Remastered. That's where I poured a bunch of hours into too. Yeah, so I almost made a lie.
Yep.
I almost did. But that's the thing though, like that still feels like I'm not playing video games, even though I played hundreds of hours of those games. Compared to how much I used to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's like it made me think that I'm not playing games for a sec. There you go. Mini barricade. Well done.
Hooray!
I do have the Army Painter matte black, and I'm gonna touch up these little things that, because most of the edges I didn't really worry about because they were gonna get overlapped, but I'm seeing that these things right here, they're clearly showing, so I can't leave that. But that's a benefit of using the Army Painter sprays, is I already have matte black, so I can easily go over.
Yeah, makes sense.
You're gonna be so proud when you see these, because I did not spray paint the underside black.
I am proud of you. Emmanuel has this habit of painting every inch of something, even if it will never, ever, ever be seen. And not even like never seen because no one's ever going to look at it from that angle, like literally impossible to see when it's on the table.
Yep. But you know who does see it?
No one.
Me while I'm painting.
Literally no one.
You wound me.
Only takes a 2+, but it's not hard.
Ha ha ha.
Hurt, 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 hurt.
Oh god. This is not seating very well. Get on there. No. No, you're the last barricade. No! Don't stick to the brown. Oh no. Now there's glue everywhere. Oh god, there's glue on my fingers.
So my black nozzle tip is clogged.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just popping it off, dipping the paintbrush in it, and then putting it back on. It's turned into a regular pot somehow.
Yeah, that was my biggest problem with the Reaper stuff. They went way too complicated with the with their nozzles. They're not just simple like here's a hole for what we squirt the paint through.
Mm-hmm.
And with that weird kind of flow in, flow out thing that they do, it clogs quite a bit. And I was having issues with it, and I was telling Josh, I was like, do they have a solution for this, or can I just buy new nozzles? He's like, yeah, that's the solution. You can buy new nozzles from them. And he said he had multiple customers complain about it. Because, they had the rack at Darkside for a while. And they're pretty good paints, especially because when you compare them price point to Vallejo or to Citadel, they definitely come in much more competitive in their quality. But the nozzles clogging was just getting really, really irritating for me. And he said he kept complaining about it, and they kept denying it happens. Like, no, that doesn't happen. No one never talks about that. No, that doesn't happen. They kept denying. And then about a month after all of this, they announced a product on their website, the Reaper website, called Mr. Pokey, which is a skull with like a little pokey needle at the bottom. Literally just to poke in through the nozzle tip to unclog them. The problem doesn't exist, but we'll sell you a solution.
That, my friend, is capitalism.
No joke. Okay, all these are painted. This one just needs a little bit of TLC. So, I am going to go over and show the stream then, with this time that I have left, what I picked up from the club yesterday. Because I'm super excited about this.
Oh God, what did you pick up from the club yesterday? Was it
You saw
syphilis?
this? I'm going to do some dirty things to this month.
Oh, that boy, yeah.
Yeah. I'm very excited about this. So, I figured out what these are. These are actually flags.
Oh.
So there is a bit in here. Look at this slotted base, this double slotted base it's supposed to go on. How amazing is that? This is the flagpole? I think this is the flagpole right here. Yeah. This is the flagpole. Is it? Might be. And you just put this, yeah, and then you put this tabard. It's just a piece of sticker or paper. I don't know what it is. I think it's a sticker. Let's see.
Wait, is it like a thick sticker? So like it
Yeah.
can stick to itself, but then has some heft to it?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's kind of like a semi-hard, like cardstock sticker. But this is such a strange kit because you got your Defcopter. I mean your Marine war bike here, and yeah, that was my initial sticker, banners, and pendants. Yeah, I think I might have given Green Mountain Vince a conniption. You got the bike here. You got the bolters that mount to the front of it right here. You got a separate handlebar piece, which is amazing for an orc player because this is like the holy grail of pieces for you to make Defcoptas. Because this is like the thing that's so hard to make. And this, I don't understand. And maybe, here, let me hold it over the box. Maybe Green Mount Vince can shed some light on this. I do not understand why. Oh, there's knives in here too. I didn't see that. Oh, it's got choppers. Classy choppers. I don't know why they're, because here's the Marine. Here's the Marine. He looks like a T-pose right here. And very classic looking Marine. Will look nice dead on a base somewhere. Here's his little foot space right here. And I think the front or the back. I don't know how they'll fit together. But there's 3 backpacks, 3 bolters without like the hands, just the bolters, which is great. I like that. And then just the 3 shoulder pads, but there's only 1 Marine. And it's not like there's anything on the shoulder pads. They're just there. And it's not like there's any difference to the shoulder pads. Like they're all the same. So I don't understand this.
So they don't have like the built-in iconography into the
No, it's because like here, that's what I originally thought, right? So like, oh, whoa, I just bumped the camera. Yeah, because they have the iconography on here, depending on what faction you're running them as, I don't know what this one is. But that's obviously Space Wolves,
Which one?
Ultramarines, and Blood Angels. This one right here.
Well, I'm on a delay, remember?
Yeah. You see it now?
The wing white.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. But what Green Mountain Vince is saying is that this is one of the old second edition Marine sprues with the backpacks and pauldrons. You get those with some of the metal models too. Oh, that's the Dark Angels? Okay. Huh, I didn't know that's what their logo was. It must be different now. Dark Angels. Or maybe I just don't know anything about... Whoa, I just almost threw my phone on the ground and I almost did it again. Yeah, it's a completely different logo now, so I didn't know that was their old logo. Interesting. I can see the connection there. It's kind of a wing and a sword, but it's like the green with the two
now
wings.
the sword is like just straight down, right?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't know that. Oh, cavalry base. That's a nice little bit. But yeah, so he said like this was just like their random sprue that they throw in, kind of like how they do sometimes with models now, where they have the
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
That lone sprue is like they can. Okay, that's an interesting
They
design.
just throw it in
That makes
there.
actually a lot more sense in like the older days of design.
Well, even
Because
even even now, they still kind of do it sometimes. Like there was I forget what HQ it was, but if you were thinking of using that HQ as a commander for your Death Watch, it was cheaper to buy him than to buy um the Death Watch upgrade pauldrons, because he came with the Death Watch upgrade pauldrons, like all the Primaris upgrade shoulder pads, even though just so that way you could upgrade him. But then it was the full thing that you would buy separately for like $15 or $25, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, those are the little things that like you learn when you've been in the hobby and like have someone to tell you. But if you're just like rando in a store, you're not going to know that.
And then here's the other special treat from here, old transfers. I gave someone the Space Wolves transfer already, but here is the old Blood Angel Bike Squadron. Copyright 1996. And we got Ravenwing. Is Ravenwing part of Blood Angels?
Dark Angels.
Dark Angels, I meant to say, yeah. Yeah, so this says Ravenwing on there, and that's a Ravenwing badge, so that makes sense. So, Dark Angels, there you go. Greenman Vince was right. And then you have the Smurf one, too.
Of course he was right. How dare you question him? Her? It?
Them. And then, this was my favorite part of the whole thing. I had seen this before. And I saw it on an episode of one of Midwinter Mini's things. One of his things, where he actually went down here and he clipped out the mail order starter pack, sent them £5, and mailed this in the post to see if he could
Did he get anything back?
Get it. Yeah.
Did they honor it?
No. God, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's who you are.
Huh?
Oh, he said, AKA Witch Doctor of Data Team. Yeah. I never made that connection. Because I think you go by that Green Mountain Vince in other Discords. I've seen you post in Discords before with that. I didn't make the connection. And then look at this. Look at I had so much fun looking through all these stores to try in the US. Fairfax in Virginia and Springfield, Virginia. That was it.
That was it?
In 1996. Sorry, it's not coming up well on the stream. I don't want to warp this. There it is. Those were the two locations in the US. Look at everything in... Oh, sorry, I was covering up France. I thought all this was Spain, but that's Spain and France. But how crazy is that? Like 1996, there were 2 Games Workshop stores in all of. Yeah, this was easily like this tied my excitement for getting this box compared to compared to the sprue. But yeah, Green Mount Vince had a great comment on this, and like look how sparse this sprue is compared to the Krieg and the Commando that we have in their most recent way of doing it with the computerized layouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. But
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Now you just plug your CAD model into a program and say run flow analysis and let it chug for a bit, and then it'll tell you where your problematic areas are.
Mm-hmm. I understood some of those words. Flow analysis. Let's look at that. Like look how detailed they made it with the tabard over there, like creasing the paper to make it look like it's flowing.
That's one of my favorite things to do with whenever I get like new models
Mm-hmm.
is to look at where the mold lines are and then look at where the pictures, like the promotional pictures,
Mm.
and be like, ah, haha, you pose that well.
Oh, to kind of hide it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. They they have whole article about miniature photography on the Citadel on the community website, and it's so funny because they're sitting there saying, "Oh, find the golden angle, the angle it looks best at," and I was like, "That's yeah, I know what you mean." Engines roaring, Space Marine bikers charge across the battlefield, destroying the enemy in a blaze of deadly bolter fire. This box contains 1 complete Space Marine bike. And here are the build instructions on the back. Step 1, the rest of the owl.
It's also a much simpler kit than these
Mm-hmm.
days.
Mm-hmm. I like that it has all those wheels though. But yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I had nefarious ideas for this. I'm gonna turn this into a Defcopta. 100%. I don't know what I want to do with the marine body. I think it would be really funny on something. I don't know what though. Anyway, that's all I have for show and tell. I ran out of stuff too quick today.
No.
Oh no.
And you started the stream a minute late? You bad, bad man.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. Fire me.
Okay.
Oh no. I know what I'll do. I'll file this down.
You could join me in painting a robot man's cod piece.
That's for strategic advantage after dark.
Strategic advantage?
Strategic advantage, yes. Yeah, I think this is mostly... Oh no, this is a little rougher. Yeah, that's much better. Gotta make sure this looks good.
I think it's going to be fun comparing because, like, I've had the Taser Goat Princeps since the beginning, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, he was one of the first 10 or so models I painted. So it'll be fun to see, like, the Power Sword Princeps side by side with him and compare.
Oh yeah, I did that recently too. Actually, let's see if I can bring it up. Pull up my Insta. I might be able to switch this over. Let's see what happens if I do this. Aha! So I did that recently with this, and this isn't even a full, like, brand new model. But this guy over here was my first, probably in my first 4 orc models painted. I had painted a bunch of D&D stuff, but not very well, admittedly. And I basically wanted to just redo his skin. And then I got carried away and just painted a fresh coat over pretty much the whole model. Fixed up his horns, chose the colors a little bit better, but tried to keep it as similar looking as it was. And that was just with a touch-up paint, and it just blew me away that I'm glad. I had this old photo from way back when. I was able to do a side-by-side, but that'd be really nice to see a side-by-side of yours too. It's really fun to see progress like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that. I enjoy doing that quite a bit.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm definitely
no! Oh, I gotta show Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop what he missed. I went through this fun find that I got, and I will show you the only thing that matters in this whole thing. Where is it? Is it here? Yes, it's right here. Oh no! Oh no! Don't ruin it.
What you doing?
Back in '96, the only 2 GW stores in all of the United States was in Virginia and in Virginia. Yeah. This is from 1996. It's a sculpt from '96. One of the wargaming club that Alex and I are members of have a bin where people just leave stuff just for whoever wants for whatever reasons. And I wasn't aware that that's what that was for. I thought that whole box of old cool metal Marines and this random bike were there left for someone. Yeah, this piece of plastic in box is as old as you, Ben. Oh man, that's real funny. Oh man, I this definitely
We
not the
predate
same
it
story
by
for us.
a bit.
Yeah, 10 years, but that's funny. I haven't come across a bit of, well, I mean, Legend of Zelda is as old as me, but that's different. That's electronic. But like to have like a hunk of something like in my hands that is as old as me, I haven't had that. Haven't had that before. So that's pretty funny. Alrighty. I think I'm good for today. Are you good for today, Alex?
I am good for today.
Alrighty.
I have robot men with glowy power swords and metal and things on them.
And I got my barricades all constructed almost.
And the power swords actually did. You can actually see a little bit of the change on them. It's not super obvious like it is with the Aethermatic, but it's not bad. I can work with it. Make it a little better.
Nice. And yes, Ben, I would watch the heck out of a video if you got an entire 1996 model range of Marines and painted up a kill team. That is top tier quality content. Alrighty, y'all. Have a good night.
Night, y'all. Bye.